Good morning. A couple of friends have asked me about what I do for stretching and working out, and I thought I'd put together this little video, especially designed for those of us that are over 50 and have some physical limitations. I personally struggle with arthritic joints, and I find that this workout increases my mobility and keeps me going every day. So I hope you like it. Hope you join along and keep on moving. First thing that I always incorporate music, because to me, a workout without music is just drudgery. If you can put some good music on and listen while you go, it makes it all that much easier. I do have a yoga mat, just to soften the floor. And I do have some light weights that I use, but not necessary. So let's get going. First thing every morning is jumping jacks. I'm gonna do 60. Notice I don't jump. My knees can't handle it. Nice and high as you can go. Sometimes I actually think these are harder than jumping jacks because you really are stretching yourself out with each. I lose count when I talk, so I think we're just at about 60 here. Let's do 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do some pullbacks. And these are just pull your arms in and out, in and out. Your legs are going with them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Try and kick your butt the best you can. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 30, just counting the left leg, 17, 18, 19, trying to keep those arms up, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Just to show you the form. You want to try and keep your back straight as possible. Then, next in my warm-up series is the high knees. Except I can no longer do those running crazy high knees that we did in our 40s and 30s. So I just do simple ones. And again, 30, counting left leg only. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm trying to keep my arms up. 10, 18, 19, 20, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then I stretch the arms out. They've been tight for a minute or two. Doing 15 of these, palms down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Stretching as far as you can. 15, and palms up. Keep in mind, I'm not a certified trainer. I'm not an instructor. I just know what keeps me moving. And for me, that's the most important thing. I like to build strength, but at this stage of my life, just not being creaky, not being immobile, being able to get up out of a chair and get going is the most important thing. And then, because I always want to still be able to swim, I make sure I do a few strokes each morning. For some folks, it's going to be easier to do one arm at a time. Your shoulders might not be able to handle a 2-arm stroke. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And just important to swim backwards, right? Keep it going. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15. And now I'm warm. I'm nice and warm. Got the music going. Again, stretch those arms out a little. Pull back on the palm. Pull back on your palm. You should feel it all in here and down. Again, pulling back on that hand. Switch sides. Most of this stuff comes from years of going to the gym or going to yoga classes. And I just got to combine the two, yoga and strength training together to do what works best for me. It's not going to work best for everybody, but at 59 years of age with a few creaks and crumbles going on, it works well for me. So again, you do a little head rotate, keep the neck loose, and then I'm going to go into a down pose. So legs wide, as wide as you're comfortable with, lower belly in, shoulders back, and reach forward, 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 and down. Now I can go all the way down, keeping my hands between my feet, as close back to my knees as I can. I'm gonna go all the way down, but it's taken me a couple years to get here, so you do what's comfortable for you. And I try to hold this, relaxing my neck, relaxing my head, relaxing my shoulders. And then walk it over to the right foot. Again, reaching as close as you can to the knee, but not overstraining yourself. Walk it to the left, same there, and then I walk it out. Oh, this is fun if you're doing it with your partner, because you can say hello at this point. And when I'm out, I like to do some heel raises, about 30 of them. This stretches your foot, your toes, your arches. Good for the back of the legs as well, the calf muscles, the ankles. And if there are areas that you feel like maybe you're working them too hard or too soft, just go easy. Just go easy. Walk it back in. And then I take it over to the right for a full stretch there. Going down as low as I can go, which is not as low as I used to be able to go, but it's still there. This is a little tougher on the knees, so try to use my elbows to help prop the knee a little bit. And then back up. Reach through and pull it up. Bring those legs in. And here we are. Now I'm going to do some more stretching. So I'm going to go up with the arms. Eagle arms. Left arm under, right arm on top. And right leg across. Now balance is incredibly important as we age. Maintaining your ability to balance as we go past our 60s, into our 70s and our 80s is critical to our just overall good health. Being able to get up on our own, being able to manage a small fall when you make one, really important. And then reach back as close as you can get. Not everybody can bring their fingers together. I've been, again, doing this for a couple of years, so my flexibility is good. If you do it every day, yours will be too. Now I do the other side, right arm under, left knee across, hold. It helps if you can focus on a single point ahead of you and hold your lower abdomen in. The tighter you hold your core, the easier it is to hold your balance. Release, take it back, and reach, and release. Now I do a couple runner stretches, which, again, not for everybody. I like to bring my foot up, but for some people that's just it's not doable. If you're post knee surgery, or you may just not have that flexibility. So stretch it out. But again, if you can't bring the foot up, just doing the lean forward with your leg back into a lunge has the same effect. You're stretching it out. Mobility, increasing that mobility. Go to the other side, stretch it out, or do the leg lift there, and pull it back. This side's much harder for me because this is the knee that I have the most trouble with. So I really struggle with this one every day. And just do a quick toe touch. Loosen up again, loosen those shoulders. Certain days, Tuesdays for instance, I'll grab a couple weights. And I'm working with a lightweight weight. I think these are 6 pounds, something like that. 6 pounds. I might do some curls, 15 or 20 curls, just to keep that arm strength going. Sometimes I'm gonna box them because that's what feels good. You do what works for you, what your arms are feeling that day. 8, 9, 10. Sometimes I'm gonna do a few of these. Again, just trying to keep those back muscles strong, arms strong, and mobile. Keeping those joints from freezing up on me. If I'm really feeling it, I might even do a few of these. 2, 3. Went to the Max for a long time, and Tuesdays were always arm day, Thursdays were leg day. And I do try to keep up with that. It just reminds me to exercise those muscles a little bit more than I would the rest of the week. I'm gonna drop the weights, maybe keep one of them for fun, and I'm gonna go into my squats. Do squats every day. Very important for me, again, keeping those quad muscles strong, because if the quads don't work, the knees have to, and my knees, yeah, they're not my best friends. So here you go. I don't go too deep because it hurts the knees too much, but I squeeze on the way up and hold the core tight. And really just make sure I'm working it. And I'll do maybe 60 of these, maybe just do 30 of them. Let's do 30 today. 12, 13, 14, 15, squeeze, 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 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. And some days I might go another 30 that way, or I'll put my legs together and do a ski squat, which again, I'm not going real deep, I just don't have that, but it keeps those quads strong. Working the arms a little bit. 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're feeling pain anywhere, and it's joint pain, try to modify what you're doing, lessen it. If it's muscle pain, it's probably gonna just general working something you haven't worked before. But we all know there's a difference between pain and pain. 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. And then I'll take it down. I try to go into a yogi squat, but some days my body just isn't gonna have that. So go a little bit down and hold it there on my way down to the earth. And then I get to the earth. From here, I'm gonna do a couple floor exercises. First is, what any good physical therapist is gonna make you do, is the leg raises. You can do 30 of those each side. Other side. 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 18, 19, 1, 2, 4, 25, 27, 28, 30. And then I'll lean forward. And give that a good stretch. It was a little tough. Gotta stretch it out. Now I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna do some sit-ups. Do a variety of sit-ups. You can either do crunches, knees in crunches, whatever works for you. Some folks find it easier just to do a gentle toe touch. Then, some days I'm feeling really energetic. I might do full in and outs. 3, 4, 5. 30 of those. Doesn't matter what kind. Whatever's working for you. Get 30 of them in if you can do it. Remember, breathe out on your way up and on your way down. That's good for me. Ooh. Now I'm going to take a breather because I just did a lot of work. So, legs up, take them down, bent. Stretch your arms out to a T. And you're going to cross your left leg over your right leg. And you're going to take all that down to the left. And you're going to lay there for a few minutes. I think this is a good time to always kind of set your intention for the day too. What are you thinking about? Where do things need to go? Maybe just pick a word or a phrase. How do you want your day to look? I think energy is going to be my word for today. Joyful energy. I want to feel good and I want to feel like I can just keep going. Okay, bring that up. Switch it to the other side. This is a really good stretch for the lower back. Oh, take it over to the right. Lower back, upper back, shoulders. It's just a really good stretch. Helps your body rejuvenate. Anything you might have tightened up during sit-ups, gives it a little bit of a chance to loosen it because our backs tend to absorb a lot of our sit-ups. And we're trying to make our bellies absorb them. Bring it back up. I'm going to roll over and take a tabletop position. I'm going to do a little more work. We're not quite done yet. So again, today being a day I'm focusing a little bit more on my arms. I'm going to do maybe 15 of these. 12, 13, 14, 15. Take it to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we're going to give that a rest. And then I do some push-ups. I do not do push-ups on my toes. My toes don't handle that. So I do them on my knees. Important to keep your core tight here. Your head up. And I can usually do about 20. Sometimes I do them regular arm. Sometimes I move my hands in and do a heart shape with my thumbs and my forefinger and press down. And again, I can usually get about 20 push-ups in, not much more than that. Some days I might feel super energetic and get 30. I'm sure for any men that watch this, they could probably do 50 or 75. But generally women, we don't have that same arm and upper body strength. And then when I'm done with the push-ups, I'm gonna really get a good stretch of my shoulders and my upper body in. So I'm gonna take my left hand, push it in, take my right arm and weave it through, and I'm gonna reach. Pressing down on that left palm, reaching with that right arm as far as I can. I'm gonna drop that right shoulder to the ground and take my arm up to the sky. And this is a really good stretch of the shoulders and upper body. Looking up if you can. If it's too much on your neck, don't. And I come back down. Now I'm going to do it on the other side. So I'm going to reach through and push. And I'm going to drop that shoulder. And I'm going to reach up. And I'm going to look up and stretch. That's a good stretch for me. It's a really good stretch. And then back down. And from here, I'm going to take it to a downward dog. Again, keeping with my a little bit of strength training and a little bit of stretching at every intersection, every interchange. So I'm in the down dog. I'm going to flex my toes a bit. I have some toe and foot problems that I'm working through, along with the knees. My mom always said it was the feet and the legs. I didn't know what she meant until I hit 55. So stretching those out. And then maybe take your left leg up behind. Maybe bring it in, kick your butt a little bit. And then bring it through. Place it as far as you can up front. And come up to a little bit of a lunge. And maybe just drop that a little bit. Into your high lunge. And then maybe you go out a little bit to warrior pose. And again, you can press a little bit more into that front leg then. And then I straighten the front leg and go down. And look up to the sky again. Trying to keep that right shoulder pressed back as much as you can. Again, a really good stretch. And I'm going to bring both hands down to the ground. And I'm going to keep them on the inside to the right and left foot. And I'm going to stretch back. Stretch down a little bit. This is called an alligator pose, I think. It's a very good stretch. Back up. Walk it around. And we get on the other side. Little hand. Shh. It's a dog. I don't know if people do this for a living. And from here, I'm going to come up again into the high lunge. And to warrior. Straighten the back. And I'm going to go down. And back up. Take two hands on the inside. And we're going to go down. And back up. Okay. Now I'm going to put both feet behind me again. Again, I'm in the down dog. And take a few breaths. Maybe we go forward to a plank here. My days of holding a plank for 2 minutes are long over. But I can hold one for a few seconds. And then I'm going to take it down to the mat. Into an up dog. And then I'm going to spread my knees wide and go back to child's pose for a minute. And just stretch out in child's pose. Again, a good opportunity to think about where you want this day to go. Making sure you're in the present. You're appreciating yourself for making time to do this. From here, bring it up. And then sometimes, if I'm feeling a little energetic, I will throw in a side plank for fun. Because I like to feel like I can still do some stuff. And you can do these with a weight if you like. Bring it up. And then bring it down. And then I bring that foot forward. If a side plank's not in you, it's a good time to do some additional stretching. My side plank goes into the stretch. So I'm now stretching back. And then I take it sideways. And I stretch over. Reaching. And then back up. Give that neck a little pull again. And then the left leg out in front of me, reaching over the bent right knee, down as far as I can, and then reaching over the left knee as far as I can. And then I'm going to switch to the other side. I'm going to come up in that plank. I'm going to bring that right leg around in front of me, and I'm going to pull back. Oh. So good. And down. And over. And take it wide. In the wide position, I'm going to try and stretch out as far as I can either side. Again, I've been doing this for a long time, so my flexibility in this position is very good. I can go all the way to my knees and almost down flat in the center. But, not everybody's going to do that. And we all have things that our bodies just say no, and that's okay. But finding the things that can keep our bodies saying yes to as much as possible is what my goal is. I'll take this up and stretch it out. And back down. And then I used to be able to get up no-handed, but no. So I'm up. And then as my closeout every day, I like to go around the world and thank the world for keeping me mobile, keeping me in it, and thank myself for making time to do this every day. So arms up, and first I'm gonna take a walk to the park, which is to the right of me, and down and around. I'm gonna get a little stretch back, and then I'm gonna go to the town, all the way around and back, and that's it. That's it. Thank you for joining. Hope you have a lovely day.